I am Mrs. M. Muthuselvi, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Corporate Stewardship from KCS Kosnagar College of Arts and Science, Chennai. In this session, we will discuss about the objectives of Securities Contract Regulation Act and objectives of SEBI and powers of SEBI. First, I will explain about the meaning of stock exchange. A stock exchange is the platform where financial instruments like stocks and derivatives are traded. Market participants have to be registered with the stock exchange and SEBI to conduct trades. This includes companies issuing shares, brokers conducting the trades, as well as traders and investors. In India, there was 23 recognized stock exchanges. Some of the examples are Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange and Calcutta Stock Exchange. Then we'll discuss about the objectives of Securities Contract Regulation Act. The first one is the object and purpose of the Securities Contract Regulation Act is that it regulates stock exchanges and the trading of securities. The second one is to prevent the undesirable transactions in securities by regulating the business of dealing therein by providing for certain other matters connected therewith. The third one is the matters in relation to the regulation of listing of securities. Then the last one is the power to give approval to the rules and regulations. Then we will discuss about the objectives of SEBI. The SEBI was introduced in the year 1992. The first objective is to monitor the activities of the stock exchange. The next one is to safeguard the rights of the investor. The third objective is to prevent the fraudulent practices by maintaining a balance between statutory regulations and self-regulations. The fourth one is to define the code of conduct for the brokers, underwriters and other intermediaries. Okay, then we'll discuss about the powers of SEBI. SEBI had various powers. The first one is powers relating to stock exchanges and intermediaries. SEBI can ask information from the stock exchanges and intermediaries regarding their business transactions for inspection or scrutiny and other purpose. Then second one is power to impose monetary penalties. SEBI has been empowered to impose monetary penalties and capital market intermediaries and other participants for a range of violations. The third one is power to initiate actions in functions assigned. SEBI has a power to initiate actions in regard to the functions assigned. It can issue guidelines to different intermediaries or can introduce specific rules for the protection of investors. The fourth one is power to regulate insider trading. SEBI has the power to regulate insider trading or can regulate the functions of merchant bankers. Insider trading means the trading was done within the stock exchange. The fifth one is SEBI has the power by the finance ministry to nominate 3 members on the governing body of every stock exchange. The last function is power to regulate business of stock exchanges. SEBI is also empowered to regulate the business of stock exchanges, intermediaries associated with the securities market as well as mutual funds. Fraudulent and unfair trade practices relating to securities and regulation of acquisition of shares and takeover of companies. Okay, so students, in this session we discussed about the objectives and powers of SEBI and Securities Contract Regulation Act. The next session I will explain the remaining topic. Thank you.